Hey everyone, so it's no shock that percentages are found in bartending. You calculate your tip, usually you hope for 20%, sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. Another thing that pops up during bartending is fractions. Each drink is made has a recipe, and a popular drink on a Saturday night is going to be a Vegas bomb. And so you'll have a group of 6 drunken 20-something-year-olds shouting at you asking for a Vegas bomb. Then it turns into 3 Vegas bombs. Then it turns into 6. Or, oh wait, no, my girlfriend was in the bathroom. I need 8 of them. So that means I need to know exactly how much more liquor to pour into the shaker. For the sake of the teaching demonstration, let's say that a Vegas bomb contains 1/2 ounce of Crown, 1/2 ounce of peach schnapps, 3/4 ounce cranberry juice, and then 1 ounce of Red Bull. It sounds like a recipe for a hangover, and believe me, it is. So, let's say you worked in a really strict bar and you can't freehand, you have to make sure everything is exact. So, fun fact, 1 ounce equals 1 shot. So, I typically use a 4 count when I pour a shot because in my mind, then I can break it up to 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and then one whole. I personally feel that people who do a 3 count are just bad at math, and it's so much more difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my paper. So these all represent the ounces. We're going to add them up, right? But we did notice that this has a different denominator than these 3. Now we're going to try to find at least common multiples. So you have 1, which can equal 1 over 1. 1, 2, and 4. Least common multiple is going to be 4. So we're going to go ahead and change all of these to 4. So that becomes 4 over 4. This stays the same. This becomes 2 over 4, and this becomes 2 over 4. So now you're just going to add all these up. 2 and 2 is 4, 7, 11 over 4. And then you can simplify that into 2 and 3/4. So that's how many ounces are in a Vegas bomb. So, as I mentioned earlier, nobody ever orders just one, and when they do order one, 3 of their friends comes out of the bathroom, they'll say, hey, I want one. So now I'm standing here with my shaker, I only have enough for 1 in here, now I gotta add the same amount for 3 Vegas bombs to here. I'm not gonna sit here going back and forth going 1/2, 1/2, what? No, I'm gonna, I'm middle of a busy, I'm 3 deep, I need to figure it out quick. So here's what we do. So when you are multiplying fractions, this 3 becomes 3 over 1, and now this becomes 3 over 2, and that's going to go into 1 and 1/2, right? So now I know that I need 1/2 shots of Crown, 1/2 shots peach schnapps. You can do the same thing to figure out your cranberry juice. So that's going to be 9 over 4. That's going to be 2 and 1/4. And then you already know that 3 times 1 is 3. So those are the new measurements. It's pretty quick. Okay, now let's say you have a really cheap owner and he tells you, hey, we are going to cut all the liquor in half, right? So how do we do that? That's another form of multiplication. What you can do is you can take all those measurements and multiply them by 1/2, right? So to figure out a half of all the ingredients, 1/2 times 1/2, you just multiply across, so that's going to equal 1/4. So now you have 1/4 Crown, 1/4 peach schnapps. Figuring out the cranberry juice, times that by 1/2, that becomes 3/8. And then you do 1 times 1/2, so you go to 1/2. So now these are your new measurements. Now, of course, he's going to want to know how much it is altogether. Half. Same case scenario earlier, we have different denominators. Least common multiple here is 8. So that's right. So that's going to be 2 8s, 2 8s, 3 8s, and then 4 8s, right? So now you got 4, 4 is 8, 11 over 8, and now you have 1 and 3 8s. Okay. Okay, here's kind of a ridiculous scenario, but bear with me. Now let's say you have some drunk guy and he orders 2 Vegas bombs, but wants to divide it up amongst 6 friends. Okay, so you're gonna take the same, these are the old measurements, right? So for the sake of this, we'll do the original 2 3/4 ounce of liquor, right? We're gonna multiply that times 2, and then we're gonna divide that by 6. So because these are the same denominators, actually first you can actually turn these into mixed numbers. So to make it slightly easier. So you're going to do 11 over 4 and 11 over 4. The way we got that is that you do 2 times 4 is 8 plus the numerator here. So that's how we got 11. So now you have 22 over 4. Okay. So now we got to divide that by 6. So when you divide in using fractions, you're actually multiplying. So you're actually multiplying that by 1/6, right? So we're going to cancel out here. We know that these are 2 even numbers, so obviously 2 can go into both of them, which means this turns into a 3, this turns back into 11, and then you go across. So that's 11 times 12. So now each friend is going to get 11/12 of an ounce. That would be terrible to pour, but that's just how it would be. All right, so that concludes this teaching demonstration. I hope you guys learned something about fractions and bar ordering etiquette. So go ahead and cheers to the end of the semester.